Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and today we are looking at money and career energies for the month of March 2025 for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So in the month of March, of course, we've got eclipses coming up here. So eclipses do tend to bring a little bit of wild and crazy energy, unexpected turns of events. We can eclipse things out of our lives, but we can also eclipse things into our lives here as well. It does bring about some faded energy, faded events, and some things that, well, maybe we didn't quite bargain for. Okay. Now, with this particular eclipse season, this can also bring things up from the past, because not only do we have a lunar eclipse in Virgo, which can bring a focus to our daily habits, patterns, routines, and our health, happiness, and well-being within those things. Is our work hindering or helping us? Do we have some bad habits that we want to clear out, right? Those kind of things can come in with that. The new moon, super new moon, I should say, in Aries, the solar eclipse that's on the 29th. This can be a great opportunity for breakthroughs, bold changes, new beginnings tend to come in with new moon energies. So whether it's the lunar eclipse on the 13th or whether it's that solar eclipse, we've got both a mixture of the old and new. But we also have retrograde season here as well. And this is really something for the books for some of this energy. It is very intense. There is a heightened potential here for arguments, for things to get blown out of proportion, strained relationships, miscommunication, all of those things, but also things coming back from the past. And whether this is someone bringing up an old argument that had been put to bed a long time ago, whether this is an opportunity, we can get new opportunities that come in that are maybe a revival of something that we previously wanted to do and we never got the opportunity, or the second chance at the dream job that we, may have passed us by or we thought it did at the time. Whether it's people coming back, we can bump into someone out of the blue and maybe they bring us an opportunity, or it's an opportunity for closure and healing, right? That Virgo lunar eclipse. So retrogrades in and of themselves can bring about some tricky energies. So we've got Venus retrograde in Aries, nice and fiery there, and that's on March 1st, okay? Venus will stay retrograde through all of March, so keep that in mind, but it will move from Aries into Pisces on March 27th. So we get a little bit of a reprieve for the last few days of March, but for the most part, just be aware there's anger, there's impulsive energy here. We can strain relationships. Like I said, it's a little bit of a warrior mindset. The best thing that we can do in March is take a step back. Take a step back, pause, reflect, sleep on something, count to 3 before responding. And it will help us to navigate these things a little better and avoid those impulsive things that feel great today, instant gratification perhaps, but don't feel so good tomorrow. So sleep on something before doing something wild and crazy, especially with your money, right? Once it's gone, it's sometimes a little tricky to get back. But we've got Mercury retrograde as well on the 14th, also in Aries. So, we all know how that goes. Mercury retrograde can be a little tricky to navigate in the best of times. And, in Aries, again, fiery energy. And I want something new. I don't want this old stuff anymore. So we can, again, have some impulsive energies that are going on around there. And just like Venus, Mercury will stay in Aries for a little while and will go into Pisces on March 29th. And Mercury retrogrades are a little bit shorter, ends on April 7th. Okay, so really for the majority, all of the rest of March from the middle onwards, right, is that retrograde energy. So again, just be very careful with your communication. Be extra cautious about sending emails and text messages and things like that. Retrograde is an invitation to reflect. Right, all the rewords: reflect, refocus, regroup, renew, reassess, right? All of those wonderful things. It's to slow us down a little bit. Very fiery energy, very fast energy. And especially in the middle of eclipse season, we've got some wonderful things that can come in, but we also got some big bumps in the road that can happen. So we don't want to make anything worse. Act like the Queen of Buttons, which is your main of energy coming in here for you. And the Queen of Buttons is an energy of nurturing, being calm, being patient, being grounded, down to earth, okay, and not doing anything wild and crazy, okay? The Queen of Buttons can certainly be something coming to fruition for you, or you could just be really focused on your finances, on your career, and you might be feeling really good. So if you've already been going through some, bumpy energy, okay, this is where things may ultimately settle down for you. But this is because of your ability to take charge, to take things and do things in moderation. The Queen of Buttons is a very calm, very nurturing energy. Now, this can be you nurturing your goals, nurturing your dreams, and nurturing something to fruition. You could be focused on your home and your family at this time. Some of you may be looking for a new home. Or maybe you're looking to buy your first home. And with you, Capricorn, the solar eclipse is happening in your fourth house. So it is very connected to home and family and children. And with this nurturing energy of the Queen of Buttons, which is Queen of Pentacles, this is certainly a potential of where your focus is. Now, some of you might be a little bit back and forth. You might have a conundrum here as well, because the lunar eclipse, the moon is in your ninth house, and the ninth house can be about, your higher mind. Some of you are considering going back to school, or maybe you're saving up for your child, one of your children's education. This can be, wanting to travel, take a trip, and typically the ninth house is like a big trip. We've got an opposition with the sun in your third house, which is Mercury rules the third house. So we could have a little bit of back and forth there. If we're planning a family vacation, perhaps, do we go on a big long trip, something overseas or something, or to a different country, or do we stay a little bit closer to home? So there's that back and forth energy, and there might be some opposing views. So remember to, really practice, positive communication there, okay? Because again, when we have different differences of opinions, different views, and with the retrograde energy, things can get a little bit out of hand. So take things from a practical perspective, and this is where we can probably find our way to resolve something. But yeah, you might be getting, some of you I feel might be moving, because again, we do have your like traveling energy, right? Movement energy coming in here. So some of you could be moving jobs, moving to a different city, moving even longer distance to a different country, perhaps. Some of you, but with the Queen of Buttons, you are making a plan. Okay, you're making a plan, and you're not going totally crazy. But if you're looking at buying a house, right, the Queen of Buttons can be something coming to fruition for you. So this can be you getting more money for the sale of your house than what you thought, and now you're able to buy something better, or maybe bank some money a little bit, or this is you, really finding what you're looking for and being patient, right? You're not making impulsive decisions. Please don't make impulsive decisions in March with your money. Okay, that's probably not going to be a good thing. And the Four of Pentacles reminds you of that. The Four of Pentacles says, be discerning with your money. This is not a month for you to go wild and crazy with it. Make sure that you are writing things down, weighing up your pros and cons with things. The Four of Pentacles can be a little bit miserly in its energy. And when it comes to your money in the month ahead, that's probably a good thing. All right. Is holding on to your money a little bit. And we just want to be aware that, we don't want to be like super penny pinching, right? Because money is energy and will stop the flow of things, right? So still buy the things that you need and things like that. Maybe even, treat yourself to dinner or something. Because remember, Queen of Buttons is nurturing energy. So we don't want to, stop that flow, right? So, you want a nice steak for dinner and you can afford it, buy a nice steak for dinner. So we don't want to be too miserly, but it's kind of larger sums of money, I feel, in this energy for you guys. So the Four of Pentacles, be discerning, right? The Four of Pentacles is grounded, it's strong, it's got a good foundation, okay? And it's because we recognize the difference between wants and needs. We do save a little bit of money for our future. And sometimes we want to dip into our savings, or we might need to, but we're making wise choices with this energy, okay? But I will say, with the Four of Pentacles showing up, if you're looking for something to come to fruition or to blossom, we do need to be open to it. And the Four of Pentacles is sometimes just a little bit, blocked off, right? It's like, I want this exact thing and nothing else will do. And sometimes we need to be a little bit open to possibilities. Okay, so just keep that in mind with that. But the Four of Pentacles is not a bad card. Okay, it does show there's some grounding, there's some stable energy coming in. Same with the Queen of Buttons. So really trust yourself to make whatever right decisions that you need to make. And like I said, some of you could have something very much blossoming for you. In your blessings position, we've got the Three of Needles, which is the Three of Swords. However, this is in the reverse. So a reversed Three of Needles is a sigh of relief anyway, okay, on some level. It's usually a divorce card, heartbreak card, something that you've lost. Okay, so we are fixing something, we're healing something, we're getting back on track. This is where we do feel a little bit of weight lifted off our shoulders. So again, March can actually be a little bit more comfortable for you, should I say. And so something can be resolved, you can heal something along your way. You can have some growth coming in here. The Three of Swords is open to growth and is just feeling a little bit more positive. And in your blessings position, this certainly does bring in that energy. So whatever is wrong, we can fix it. Where a door has been closed, perhaps something is opening for you, and you are opening up to some possibilities here. So if you've been looking for something, you may just find it in March, but be aware, again, Four of Pentacles, right? A little bit closed off in this energy. When eclipse seasons come around, we can sometimes find what we've been looking for, and those doors can open, but they look a little bit different sometimes than what we anticipated. So be a little bit more open to looking at the possibilities something may hold. For example, if you're looking to buy a new house, right? Move to a different neighborhood. Maybe you find a house and the bones are really good about it, right? The structure is good. It's like, wow, this thing's really beautiful. It's in a nice neighborhood. You go inside and, right? It's got gaudy paint on there. It's got some falling off wallpaper, things like that, right? Is it cosmetic? Can you roll up your sleeves, get out your paintbrush and change the, black wall in a child's bedroom to something a little brighter? There's a difference between something being, falling apart and dilapidated to something that it's like, what, I can do something with this. I think this can be really wonderful. So it's those kind of things where we're seeing past the surface, and we're seeing the possibilities, right? We can get something a little bit better than what we were anticipating in that, right? I mean, maybe it's like a big mansion that you stumble across, and you wanted 3 bedrooms, but it's 6, and and you're like, I can do something with this, and then your investment can certainly pay off in something like that. So same thing with a job, and it's like you got to look beyond that veil. All right. We've got the Queen of Cups coming in as well as your blessings energy. So you can certainly have some spiritual growth at this time. But the Queen of Cups can bring in creativity. Right? Paint the walls. It can bring in the creativity. It can bring in some open-hearted energy here for you. Brings in kindness, compassion, love, forgiveness, and healing as well. This does bring out your creative side here also. So again, we can get creative with something to, build the life that we want. We may need to spend a little bit of money, okay, over here to make something just as we wanted it. But in here, I feel like it is a gentler energy that's coming in, and you have the ability here to, again, make something out of nothing or improve something in your world here. All right. So the Queen of Cups is a wonderful energy. Some of you could be, if you have been a little bit undecided, or you have a difference of opinion with a significant other or something when it comes to your money, this is where you can resolve differences here as well. And it's because you're both being open and you're discussing things in a positive way, right? So this can be awesome. But the Queen of Cups here can represent happiness and joy and getting something you want, or feeling like things are falling into place, or that you have the ability to get things back on track. So it's a really good energy for you. Queens are open, receptive, feminine energy, but the queens also do make decisions. Behind every king is, the decisive queen. And, as history books go, right? So you could be making some very important decisions with your money, and something that your heart really wants, okay? Or something where you can create, again, something out of nothing. We've got the Nine of Needles in reverse, and this is in your challenge position, okay? The challenge is letting something go. The challenge here is getting out of your comfort zone. Your challenge here can sometimes be believing in something. So keep up the hope, keep up the faith, all right? The Nine of Swords can quite often, it's Nine of Swords, Nine of Needles in this deck. The Nine of Swords can quite often have us feeling overwhelmed, anxious, a little bit. And sometimes that can be a little hard to get over, right? It's like, I'm anxious about tomorrow. I'm afraid that I might not find this thing, or, maybe there's some money fears that are coming up for you in the month ahead as well, especially Four of Pentacles. If you need to dip into your nest egg, into your savings, that could really can really be a little bit challenging. Okay. But if you're spending it on something that sets you up for a more secure future, then it's a good thing to spend that money. So I don't feel with this energy that you are being impulsive or rash with your money. Okay. If there's things going on at work, or if you're looking for a new job, you just might find it, but in an unexpected way. Okay. This can be where you also have a change of mind, and this is no longer the right path for me, and I think I need to do something a little bit different. So whatever your decisions that you're making, right, I feel like you have the opportunity and the ability here to get out of your comfort zone, to alleviate your own fears, okay, and put your mind at rest. Okay, we need to we need to be practical. We need to connect with our heart, and maybe even talk about something out in the open. Okay, whenever we get this, we have the power to change that Nine of Needles anxiety that comes in, and sleepless nights. Okay, so do be aware of sleepless nights, though. Sometimes that's a little bit of a challenge that can certainly come in with the eclipses that we've got. Okay. So do something before you go to bed. The Queen of Cups is showing you that there's a blessing in meditation. There's a blessing in doing, quiet things, or things that, make you feel like alive a little bit. And these can help us sleep, right? Meditation before bed can be a great way to cleanse your energy and to, center yourself, and then you go to sleep a little bit. So, but I do feel like there's maybe some money issues that you're working through. But with that being in the reverse, the Nine of Needles in reverse, I feel like it might be a challenge to resolve something, or to, put your fears aside, but you can certainly do it. Okay. We've got the King of Cups coming in here for you as well. So again, that's a little bit of opposition energy that's coming in for you. And if we look at the King and Queen of Cups, they are not facing each other. They are sitting back to back. All right. So again, you could have something going on with something within your family, a significant other, something in your workplace. Someone's not seeing eye to eye. Someone does not agree on something here. Okay. So you could have some sort of challenge at work, trying to work together with someone, even though you're very matchy with the King and Queen of Cups there. Okay. It's like we're matchy, but we don't agree. And so if we're both willing to communicate, then you can resolve your issues. Being in your challenge position does not mean it's impossible. Okay. It means anything is possible, but we do need to focus on it and put a little bit of energy into it. There could be a delay here as well. Because again, remember, the Queen of Buttons is coming in with abundance and prosperity, possibly something coming to fruition for you. And with the King of Cups here in your challenge position, this person, okay, this can be someone in a position of leadership, authority. This can be someone in your workplace, like your boss. This can be someone, if you're buying a house from someone, this can be someone maybe, digging in their heels and either not responding quickly, because sometimes the King of Cups can get a little lost in their creative projects. This can be someone who, is like digging in their heels a little bit, and, maybe wanting a little bit more money, or wanting to sell to the right person. maybe. This can be somebody who you have not met yet, okay, or someone new, someone that's coming back into your life perhaps. And it might be someone that you used to be connected with, back-to-back energy. You're no longer connected for some of you here. So this could be someone in an old relationship where you've got some money dealings with. This can be, possibly a dissolution of a partnership somewhere here, and that will, of course, also affect your money. Okay, but I feel like here with your needles energy, your swords energy, both being in reverse, okay, I feel like if we're diplomatic, if we're kind to each other, we can resolve money differences and issues. And even if there is a breakup, it's probably a good thing for your finances in some way. Even though the King of Cups in the upright tends to be a really positive energy, this can also be a person that's not so good with money. Okay. They're more interested in, feeding the heart and the soul and all that kind of stuff, right? So there could be some challenges there with that person with money. So if you do decide to part ways, as we will have some breakups and shakeups in March, it's like, it's a good thing for you. It might actually be a sigh of relief, right? And, Capricorn, you do tend to be, you're goal driven. Some of you are money focused, and you want that comfort. You need that nest egg built aside. And if you're partnered up with someone who doesn't care, and they're a little frivolous with money, and they, threaten your financial future, right? Parting ways might be a really good thing. Okay. But the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups can also be you, your energy. So, are you in alignment with what you want? Have you found what you want? If you're looking for a new job, or maybe you're feeling like, you're making good money, but maybe your heart's not in it anymore. This is where you may be really focusing on you and what do I want? What's going to make me happy? What brings me money, but also a better reward for what I'm doing in my day to day, right? And that's that lunar eclipse. That's that Virgo energy. It does focus on your day to day, right? Your work, your schedule, your routine. Are you going through the motions? Is your heart in it? And this is our opportunity to turn things around in a better way. All right. Now, we do have advice from Spirit, and we do have the Tower, so get ready for some bumpy ride, bumpy energy, okay? The Tower does represent upheaval, sudden unexpected changes, sudden unexpected events. They're not necessarily bad, okay? We do tend to look at the Tower as a negative card, but it's not, okay? It's always coming in for our best and highest good, but sometimes we need to shake things up a little bit in order to realign ourselves with tomorrow, to make room for better things to come in. When our world gets super busy, gets super loud, the Tower comes in to shake things up and simplify things a little bit. Okay, so the Tower can really bring you something very interesting, but it's a disruption. Okay, it's getting you out of your comfort zone. So some of you here, you need to get out of your comfort zone a little bit to get yourself back on track, or to get things back on track. But expect the unexpected, basically. The Tower can be an awakening. It can be a massive epiphany moment for you. You can stumble across some information that's like life-changing in some way. And it can be a good thing, right? But we typically do need to shake things up a little bit, or let something go for the better to come in. Okay, so your advice from Spirit is to keep your eyes and ears and your heart open. Okay, and go with the flow. Go with the flow, ground and protect your energy. We got that going on right there anyway. But don't be so protective that something new can't come in, okay? Or that resolutions can't come in, or someone else's point of view can't come in. Okay, we do still need to be open to possibilities there. And we've got the Knight of Wands as well. Be ready for action. Okay, so there could certainly be something that you do need to act upon, and it could come in the most interesting of ways. The Knight of Wands does show that you might need to revisit something. He's facing left. That you might need to revisit something that you may have overlooked. So again, don't be afraid to take a step back if you need to make a decision, right? Take a step back to assess, look at the big picture, and then move forward, right? That's going to be your saving grace for the month ahead. Now, at the back of the deck, surprises indeed, we do have the Ace of Buttons, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, of course, can be the seed of something new, a new job, an offer, an opportunity. This can be some money. This does represent that it's a fertile time for you to attract and achieve more abundance and growth and prosperity in your life. The Ace of Buttons is lucky. It can represent a windfall. It can represent something coming to fruition, something new that you want. It could be something you buy. It could just be something that will bring you money, investment opportunities, all those things. It's a little bit of luck that is underlying your month. All right, so get ready for something interesting. And, with the Tower coming in there, right, it can sometimes be out with the old and in with the new. We've got to shake things up a little bit, or we do need to let go of certain things in order for that better way forward, the better thing, the better life. So that Ace of Buttons is an awesome, awesome energy to come in. It can be information as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can be some information that's there for you as well. So love that. All right, let's see what else we get here. And we've got Dragonfly energy. Now, I love the Dragonfly energy. It is card number 8 out of this deck. So flexibility and adaptability are, of course, the key to navigating your month ahead. 8s also bring abundance and prosperity. Okay, so it's wonderful energy. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection with spirit. And again, your Queen of Cups. Certainly be some spiritual growth that comes in here. And this can maybe help you navigate some energies, make some decisions, trusting your intuition for sure. And maybe seeing your potential for the future and for a better tomorrow. Dragonflies do quite often represent growth and metamorphosis of some kind. Okay. And but they're speedy, right? They're speedy energy. So just like our Knight of Wands there, that tends to be a little speedy, right? They, they don't necessarily need to see where they're going in order to navigate, right? I think dragonflies are blind, if I'm not mistaken, but anyways, they don't necessarily need to see. They just kind of know. Anyway, so trust your deep inner knowing. We've got Cracker energy here for you guys as well. Card number 7. Okay, so you're certainly being aligned with something here. 7 does relate back to the Chariot, and the Chariot is about being in alignment with your destiny. So there could certainly be some fated events that are going on for you, okay, brought about by eclipse season. But this one, positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. Love it. Love it for sure. And we do have some love potentially here, right? So even if we don't see eye to eye, if we're kind and compassionate and understanding, we can resolve pretty much anything there. It's also about doing what you love, right? Or finding the house that you love, or traveling to a destination that you've always wanted to go to, right? So there can be some great things here for you, but love, joy, good fortune, we love that for sure. I'm going to leave all that there for you, Capricorn. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. And again, please make sure you do watch your sun, moon, and rising signs. So I thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful March, and I'll see you later. Bye.